One local author delving into Quincy's spooky past with a new book. Robert Turek has officially released his latest work called Haunted Quincy. You can learn more about 25 true stories of encounters, local legends, and lore that haunt the city's history. Some of the locations in the book include Washington Theater on the Square and the Villa Catherine, plus the John Wood Mansion on South 12th Street. The Tiramisu building, also, which was formerly the Park Hotel, is included. Turek shares some of the reception he's received around the book.
People are really interested in the history of Quincy, some of the tragic events that have happened here, the energy that still exists here, and just wanted to share those stories, and people seem to really respond well to it.
Haunted Quincy is available for purchase right now at Lloyd's Gifts and Collectibles on Hampshire Street, also available on Amazon.